And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. They go play action here on first down. Caught Eifert over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kamale Correa in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Being chased out left. And his throw here's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down. But in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet.
Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Second and 10. Dalton once more. That's complete to John Ross. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw here, Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A Bengal first down, Dalton hitting LaFell. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Dalton gives to Bernard. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Second down, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run here with Bernard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So a turnover-filled first quarter of play comes to an end. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And the Ravens defense, they get ready, and they trot back out onto the field. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty... They'll begin here with Bernard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bernard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, oh, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, a run with Thompson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. 1st quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Throwing, Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdown. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions. Here in the second quarter, he's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Well, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Flushed out right. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Bortles. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He drops it off for Bernard. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Defense showing blitz. To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. That's complete. Bernard.
Whoosh.
Still fighting. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Dalton operating in the red zone now. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of... Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
But he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now Thompson. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. Down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards on the ground. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And run it here with Thompson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Dalton to throw. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now, the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Dalton here from the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of it.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Bortles to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Shotgun now for Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And Watson has it right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Now Bortles again. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a holdup. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. In the red zone this time. Again, here's Bernard. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. And that's complete to Croft. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Bernard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Brandon LaFell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are in for 6.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. To return it, here's Tavon Young. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Bortles now on first down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays harder to move.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. That is caught. It's Perriman. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now Bortles. And this one caught by Max Williams. 23 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bortles going to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. So Dalton now. And Eifert has it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a carry for Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot.
And, oh, a crusher. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Well, Charles, the old...